Hey guys, welcome to another video. My name is Lana from millennialships.com, your place for self-care and relationship advice. And today we're going to be talking about how to tell if a guy likes you, proven by science. So today I'm going to be talking about flirting and how you can tell if a guy is actually flirting with you and if he's into you, or if he's just being friendly and just kind of wants to chat. Because sometimes it can be a little bit hard to tell. So we have science to help us. So the first thing is that he makes excuses to come and talk to you. So he goes out of his way to start a conversation. Now, there's actually no scientific proof, or at least that I've come across, that shows that if he's going out of his way to talk to you, he's probably into you. But the thing is that every single flirting sign or thing that he's going to start doing to show that he's into you is going to have to be done through a conversation or when he's talking to you. So that means that if he's going to be trying to flirt with you or trying to show that he's into you at all, he's going to have to start a conversation. So the more he can do that, the more he can show that he's into you, and the more likely that he'll establish a connection. So if he's going out of his way to chat with you, maybe it's through text or maybe coming over to ask you like a question or something like that. If he's going out of his way to start a conversation and then going out of his way to continue the conversation, the chances that he's flirting with you are pretty high. But make sure to pay attention to some of these other things before you start figuring out if he's actually into you, because he could just be friendly. He could just be a chatter. So then the next one is that he smiles and he makes eye contact. So there was a study done across all humans and all cultures, and it showed that the most universal sign of flirtation is smiling and eye contact. And this happens with both genders all over the world, and it's happened for many, many years. So being overly enthusiastic, smiling a bunch, and kind of making eye contact with you just shows that he's really, really trying to make a connection with you, and he's trying to give you his totally undivided attention. The next one is that he's showing you that he's harmless. So Dr. David Givens was a scientist who was studying flirtation, and he discovered that men will have to not only show that they're confident and that they're providers, because they do have to show that stuff to attract a woman, but they also want to show that they are harmless, that they're safe, and that there's nothing going to happen to you if you start seeing him. So a way that he does this, or that he can show this, is by really open body language. So especially like putting up his palms. If he puts his palms kind of open and towards you, or like on the table, like that, that's him just opening his body to you and saying, I'm safe, you can trust me, I'm not going to hurt you. And that's one way that he can communicate that he's flirting and that he's into you. The other one is that he acts playful. So that same doctor I just mentioned, Dr. David Givens, he discovered that another way that men will show that they are harmless and that they're safe is by becoming playful and fun. He actually even observed this kind of behavior in wolves, because wolves tend to be very focused on certain things. They're always out there in the wilderness, looking as a group, and they don't like to make big gestures or anything like that, because it's unhealthy for the pack. So what they end up doing is if they're trying to look for a mate, is that they all of a sudden become super playful and they act like puppies. They become really just fun and playful, so that they can show the other person, the other sex, that they're fun, happy, playful, that they're not dangerous. So men and humans actually do this exact same thing. Okay, and then the other one is that he wants to impress you. So remember that dating is very primal. It takes us back to our most kind of evolutionary primal instincts. And so him wanting to impress you is just showing that he wants to provide, that he wants to be able to, that he's going to be able to provide for you and for your children if you were to have children. So a way that he could do this is by just casually mentioning that he ran a marathon the other day, or that he has an expensive apartment apartment in the most expensive part of town. Things like this. If you notice him kind of mentioning little things like that are trying to like impress you or just show like what a great guy he is, that's definitely a huge sign that he could be flirting with you. Another one is that he touches you. So touch is something that is not necessarily like an intimate or a flirting kind of thing. For example, like handshakes. Like if we have a friend, we usually would just like handshake with them. But the closer that you get in relationships with a person, the different ways you will touch them. So for example, if you have acquaintances, friends, and relationship, like a romantic relationship, the touching is different. So acquaintances would be like a handshake, friends would be like a hug, and a relationship will be like a kiss. So he's gonna want to put your relationship that one next step up by changing the way he touches you. So anything kind of casual, like a pat on the shoulder or a handshake, those kinds of things are, they're not very intimate. If he kind of keeps your relationship to those kinds of touching, it's probably not a sexual thing. He's not flirting with you. But if he tries to do things like if he touches like your face or does like an arm stroke or a leg stroke, those are kind of more intimate ways of showing that he might be into you and that he might be attracted to you. So those are definitely some signs that he could be flirting. The next one comes to us from Vanessa Van Edwards, who is a behavioral investigator, and she was focusing on body language and how it relates to flirting. And she said that he can show you that he is into you if his feet are pointing towards you. So this is really helpful, especially like if you're in a group, especially a group of other women. If you're kind of all standing in in a circle or something like that, and he's got his feet directly pointed to you, this just means that his gaze is towards you, his language is towards you, and that means that he's got like his eye on the prize. He wants to show that he's into you and that he's attracted to you, so he's going to be positioning himself in that way. The next one that comes from Vanessa Van Edwards is manspreading. So even though it's kind of like looked down upon nowadays in society, remember that dating kind of takes us back to our very primal instincts. And so manspreading is a way for him to show that, he's interested in you in a sexual way. And it doesn't always have to be sexual, but it just means that he's kind of just showing that he is attracted to you. And maybe that's one of those things that will just kind of die down as society moves forward, but historically it has been a sign of interest. And then showing his thumbs. So showing his thumbs is the last one. It doesn't mean just like showing his thumbs, but it comes from, if you picture like the old cowboys, when they had their hands in their pockets and their thumbs would stick out. So that pose is it's a very masculine, confident pose. And men, they want to show us that they are confident, that they can protect us. When you think about like the guy in the bar who walks in and he's confident and he's got his eye on a woman, is that guy gonna get the girl, or is it gonna be the one that's like in the corner in the shadows drinking a drink? Probably going to be the more confident guy, right? So that is kind of one way that he could be showing that he's trying to be confident and that he's showing that he is attracted to you. So there you have it. Those are some ways to see if a guy is flirting. They're proven by science. So maybe one of these or two of them might not be a sign that he's flirting with you, but if you've got a combination of these things happening, it's a big sign that he's probably into you. So if you guys enjoyed that video, be sure to give me a like or a subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos. And I also have a 5-day dating course. It shows all the the 5 common mistakes that women make when they're dating. So if you want to up your dating game, be sure to check out the link below. It's totally free. And I will see you guys next time.